my dear boy.
Yes, here I am.
Well, we're going to need to get you
Yeah, I'll tell
smartened
you
up
the
a bit.
BB gun story.
Why?
Well, you can't play at the tables on a Lannahechee riverboat looking like this.
You can't?
Not if you want to
I'm gonna
fit in
rob a
so well that
riverboat?
no one will realize
Oh, this is
you're
gonna
there
be
to rob the
sweet.
place. Now, come on.
Are we still doing that?
Of course. We're going to fix you up so fine no one will notice a thing.
So, me and my Puerto Rican friend got these BB guns that were really cheap at a gun show. They're like 25 bucks. But they packed such a wallop, it was insane. And me and him they were just spring fed too. They weren't like gas operated or anything. And I've had gas operated BB guns, air pump ones before, right? But this shit was intense. And it was just plastic pellets, but yeah, they like hit so hard. And we told each other when we bought the guns, we were like, okay, the only rule is don't shoot each other, right? And there were times where he would just stay at my house for the weekend, and just stay the whole weekend there because his living situation sucked, and we just hang out and have a big sleepover. And the whole no shooting each other rule lasted about 10 minutes after we got sick of shooting everything else in the house, and just shooting targets and like breaking bottles and cans and shit in the backyard. So we started, we set up forts in the house that I was in Orlando at the time, and we had forts, and we would try and sneak around, and we turned the lights off, and we were doing Splinter Cell missions, trying to catch each other off guard, shoot each other in the back of the head and shit, and it was so much fun, but it was so painful. By the end of the weekend, we were just covered in what looked like the mosquito bites just everywhere, purple, red, riddled our bodies because we were just shooting the shit out of each other, right? And along the way, the plastic started giving out a bit. It was just a cock. You cocked it once and then pew, 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 right? And they were cheap, but they packed a wallop. And one of the pellets, the plastic pellets, got inside the empty, hollowed area of the plastic gun. So that one made a shaking. You could hear it rattling. It made a rattling noise. Because it was just a pellet that somehow got slipped out inside the inner workings of the gun. Don't know how it happened. I shot that pellet gun between us. We both shot that pellet gun at least 1,000 times after that BB got lost in the inner workings of it. And then there are BBs all over the floor. My dad gets home from work and he's like, "You're going to clean all this up. This is ridiculous, right?" And we're like, "Yeah, let's clean it up. We want to use the BBs again anyway." And we're just sitting there on the couch, winding down, watching fucking anime or some shit like that. And we're just shooting, we're blank firing them because we have ADD, and it just feels good to fire air at yourself. They go pff, 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 right? And I've shot this BB gun that's had a small plastic pellet in it, floating around in the inner workings, just ting, 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 shaking around in the gun 1,000 times since it got stuck. Just floating around in the gun 1,000 times. And I look over on the couch and he has the one where it's not a BB floating around in the inner workings, and he's shooting himself in the eyes with it. And I'm like, "What are you doing?" And he's like, "It feels good, man. Try it." And I go, "Oh, okay." And he's just sitting there going, pff, pff, hitting himself in the eyes. I cock the gun, and somehow that BB, I've shot this gun 1,000 times since that BB has been jingling around. Somehow, on the one time that I decide to shoot air into my eyeball, a little millimeter gets locked into place exactly where it needs to be in front of the piston that shoots it out. And I shoot myself in the eye and went, "Oh, fuck! Oh!" My head was spinning. I almost passed out. I felt like my blood leave my veins. It was so painful. And I went, "Oh my god, I'm fucking blind, dude. I'm blind." And he goes, "What? Are you kidding? What happened?" I didn't know what happened. I thought it was the air from the gun. And I'm sitting there and I go, "Oh my god, what happened?" He picks up the gun and he looks at me, and I've got blood and tears and pus flowing out of my eyeball. And I look at him with my other one, and I'm shaking because I'm in so much pain. And I look at him, and he goes, "Dude." And I say, "What?" and he picks up the gun that I just used and he shakes it, and there's no sound. His mouth is agape and he's staring at me and he goes, "Dude," and shakes it. And I go, "Are you fucking kidding me?" And he goes, "Bro, this is like divine intervention." And I was like, "What the fuck? That's impossible." Anyway, my dad got home from work, and I was like, "Dad, I think I need to go to the hospital. I can't see out of my right eye." And he goes, like, "Can you literally not see, or is it all blurry?" And I'm like, "It's all blurry and red. Everything's just a blur. I'm blind in it. I can't see." And he goes, "Well, if everything goes dark, then we'll take you to a hospital." And I go, "Okay." It makes sense to me. So for like 3 months, I couldn't look at the sun because it hurt too bad, and I was pouring aloe vera juice into my eye, and I had an eye patch on for 3 months until my sight finally came back, and I could finally start to see things correctly in my right eye. Anyway, that's how I almost went blind, because I literally shot myself in the pupil with a BB gun at point blank, a centimeter away from my eyeball range. A lot of blood, a lot of tears, a lot of pain.
Yes, my friend here is in need of a new suit. We are playing on the